Ladies and gentlemen, bon Mardi Gras, or as we call it in English, Fat Tuesday. Fat Tuesday or Mardi Gras is the day before Lent or Ash Wednesday when you indulge in all the things that Lent requires you to give up or the things that you're personally going to give up for Lent. For example, as an old school traditional Catholic myself, all, I guess, land-based animals are not allowed. Chicken, duck, goose, beef, pork, mutton, none of that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, no meat of that kind. However, on Sunday, those meats are allowed. But throughout the rest of the week, you cannot eat those because as an act of fasting and penance, you must abstain. And then fasting, the traditional laws state that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, no food until noon. And then on Friday, no food until 3 p.m. And of course on Sunday, the only fasting you do is for your pre-communion fast. So yeah, that is the laws of Lent. And of course you also give up something personally. For example, this year I'm giving up wine. I really like wine. So I'll be giving up that for Lent. So yeah, today is the day we indulge in all the things that we have to give up, Mardi Gras. So hope y'all have a fun Mardi Gras if y'all celebrate Mardi Gras. But I know I'm having a fun Mardi Gras. Had a big steak and some wine earlier, and we are getting ready for the season of fasting of Lent. So the reason, I'm sure many of you are going to ask why we allow, some of you may be asking why you're allowed to eat meat on Sundays and even do the thing that you gave up. For example, I can drink wine on Sundays, but not throughout the rest of the week. That's because there are only 40 days of Lent, and on Sundays there's no fasting and no abstinence on Sundays, except for your communion fast, where you do not eat in the morning before receiving communion. So yeah, because if you add the Sundays of Lent, the Sundays between Ash Wednesday and Holy Saturday being the last day of Lent, if you add up all those Sundays, it's going to not be 40 days. So they basically, you remove the Sundays in order to make it a full 40 days of Lent. And also, you're not supposed to do any fasting and abstinence on Sundays except for the communion fast, as I just said. So this is the church. I go here sometimes, not too often actually. It's called Regina Chili in the Houston suburb of Jersey Village, a traditional Mass church, which is usually the only ones I go to. And the church I usually go to is in the Houston suburb of Spring, closer to my house. But our priest is busy this week, and therefore we will not be having a Mass today, unfortunately. And this is the closest one to my house. I mean, there's others in the Houston area, but they're further. This one's closest. So I came here today, and we're attending Mass and receiving ashes here. And so that will be happening soon. Amen. Amen. Et cum spiritu tuo. All right, everybody, I'm home now. The clock is, as you can see, it says it's 8. I don't know if y'all can really tell that well, but the clock says 8. It's not, it's only 7. I just kept forgetting to turn it back since November, and March 3rd, March daily savings time, and I just, don't even bother. It's already a couple weeks away. No point in changing it back now. But, yeah, I've been doing other stuff today. But yeah, I'm back home now. Took my tie off a minute ago. I always button it. I can't stand this new trend where men will wear suits and just like have no tie. Put on a tie and button it. But I'm home now, so I don't have my tie on. But if I was out in public, I definitely would be wearing a tie. But yeah, today's Ash Wednesday. Yesterday was Mardi Gras. Had quite a bit of fun yesterday. Went to Galveston over the weekend, a little bit of a Mardi Gras parade down in Galveston. Not as big as New Orleans, so I do plan on going to New Orleans some year, eventually. Also, since I am part Cajun, so it's part of my culture. So anyway, today's Ash Wednesday. As many of you know, I am a traditionalist, and I do follow the traditional calendar. And that means that today, Ash Wednesday, is a black fast. So if you are healthy and between the ages of, I think it's 14 to 60, you are required to do a black fast, like no food at all during Ash Wednesday. So I don't know. I think I might be getting those ages wrong. It's in that range. The traditional rules, if you're healthy and you're within those age ranges, then according to the traditional rules, then you are not supposed to eat anything on Ash Wednesday or Good Friday. That's the next black fast. So, as I said earlier, the traditional rules are from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday during Lent. No meat, no land-based animals, no chicken, pork, duck, beef, mutton, none of that. Deer, nothing. Water-based animals are allowed, so mammals that swim, like dolphins and whales, you can eat those. I mean, I don't support eating dolphins and whales. Well, whales are, their population is dwindling, so I do not support eating whales. But they're allowed, technically, and so are other water-based animals, like alligators are allowed, and crawfish and stuff. And, of course, fish. But anyway, yeah, today is the official first day of Lent, Ash Wednesday, and Lent runs until Easter. Easter is when Lent is officially over. And the other rules are currently, or the old traditional rules, are on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, no food until 12, and then on Friday, no food until 3 o'clock. Because Friday's like, the day of the crucifixion, so Fridays are more fasting, especially on Good Friday, which is another black fast. And also the Fridays we have Stations of the Cross at churches. So yeah, Lent has begun. I am hoping that y'all enjoy my videos coming out from between now and Easter, as I will be talking about Lent. I plan on making another cooking video. It's been a while since I've made one of those. I do plan on making a cooking video coming out Saturday. So that will be a Lenten dish. So definitely a seafood dish, basically. So I'll be making that coming out Saturday, a cooking video obtained to the laws of Lent. So anyway, sorry, I'm not scripted, so I seem like I'm rambling, but I'm trying to get all my thoughts out. It's weird. I'm one of those people where I'm very articulate in my head, but speaking, it's very like bleh. I hate it. I don't know why. If only y'all could read my thoughts. My razor scar seems to be doing better. I mean, it's swollen, but it was worse last night. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I should talk about? Yeah, I mean, no, actually, I don't think there's anything else to talk about, but I've talked about Lent enough. Another thing, this is interesting, before the 19th century, before Vatican I, the laws of Lent were even more strict. So right now, I mean, what I go by is the 1947 laws according to the Father Lassance Missal, or my catechism, which is from 1949. And under those laws, you're allowed to eat dairy, eggs, animal products. You just can't eat certain animal flesh. But before the 19th century, there were laws that said that the old laws, the really old laws, where you could not consume animal products. Like you could, of course, you could consume fish and seafood, but you couldn't use butter, eggs, bacon grease, lard. You had to use basically vegan. Of course, you were eating the flesh of water animals, but you couldn't cook with certain things. You couldn't use butter or anything. That's kind of how margarine became popular, was Catholic armies who needed to cook with butter would use margarine or vegetable oils because they couldn't use butter during Lent. But anyway, that's all for today. I know some of you, unfortunately, comment. I know I don't reply to your comments. I want to start, but I haven't over the past couple of months, but I definitely want to start commenting more. So, but I have read some of your comments, and some of you say that I teach you more about, some of you who are Catholic, I guess, say I teach you more about your faith than you knew. And I guess it's good, but it's bittersweet. I mean, it's good, it's sweet that I teach all new things, but this is bitter that it seems like that y'all were neglected. Y'all were spiritually neglected growing up. That might sound harsh, I'm sorry, but that's what it seems like. It seems like I'm not blaming you if you're one of those people. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I feel like your spirit. If you went to Catholic school, especially, or if you went to catechism classes, it's unfortunate that your teachers did not, your nuns or priests or whoever, did not do a better job educating you about your faith. So bittersweet. I would say also, this is how I learn most of the stuff I know about my own faith. I did not learn in catechism. I learned teaching myself. Most things I know about history, geography, science, culture, most of the stuff I know about subjects I know a lot about, I taught myself. I didn't take classes. I didn't learn most of the things I know in class. I learned most of the stuff I know on my own. There's a word for it. People who learn better when they're teaching themselves, when they're reading or watching a documentary or whatever. I'll have to look up that word, but it describes, it's what I am. I learn better when I'm teaching myself versus when somebody is teaching me. If I need to study for a biology exam, which I have one coming up in 2 weeks, I'm probably going to do better learning about biology myself than I would, listening to my professor lecture in class. No, nothing against her, just I'm wired to where I can learn better on my own. But I would say, if you are one of those people that really seems to be very uneducated about, a lot of stuff when it comes to the Catholic faith, I would say go ahead and, try to learn on your own. Because it's important to know about our traditions and our faith and some of the things we do, so that we can educate non-believers, Protestants, Orthodox, Jews, Muslims, people who are not Catholic. That's what I mean by that. But yeah, that's all for today. Stay tuned, as I said, for Saturday. I will be posting my first Lent cooking video. I will be cooking a dish that we can that's safe to eat, safe to eat during Lent. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Another day of life and adventures has been. Hope you all enjoyed this. And yeah, thank you.